Well, actually, based on
Yes,
that, it
but
kind
no
of works
matter
out
what-
that we go to Toussaint because they might have health potions, maybe in the larger city.
Yeah.
Having a thought about that, where is the genie lamp?
How does that have anything to do with potions?
I
Well-
don't know. Go ahead, Byron.
Well, I mean,
That's-
he's
Ken,
back in
sorry.
my bag, I believe. I don't
Why
know how he
don't-
got there, but
Why
he's
don't
back.
we ask him if he has potions?
I mean,
Is that how genies work?
I thought
Well,
genies. I thought genies worked with like wishes and such.
Well, then
I
guess
thought they
wouldn't we
just
wish for.
took slaves to the elemental planes.
I believe from
That
the few
too.
things we've seen about this genie, it does not appear to be, well, perhaps traditional.
Well, I mean, the worst that it'll happen is I pull him out, I ask him, and he says no.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I mean, I would rather feel like that isn't the worst that could happen.
Are you sure that's the worst that could happen?
I feel like the
last
worst
time you
that could
pulled out,
happen.
the last time you pulled out something and did something to it, Byron, a lot of bad shit.
To be fair, think about it this way. Last time I pulled this out, and I summoned him, we immediately told him to fuck off. And he just gave me a gin and tonic and said, fair enough, and left.
At any rate, I don't believe that would engender him to assist us in any way.
I mean,
While he may
gave me
understand your
tonic
desire for
free.
privacy, that does not necessarily mean that he endorses it.
Well, he could make alcohol, so that means he could probably make potions, right?
I mean,
No,
and
that's not how that works.
It's not.
and let me be clear. This was the best fucking gin and tonic I'd ever had in my... It was transcendent. If there was any person that could make that good of a gin and tonic, there's no way that they couldn't be able to make health potions now that I think about it. That is a true chemist and mixologist. Byron will take out the bottle and say, all right, why don't we put it to a quick vote? Okay, so we have 2 eyes. We've got a bunch of eyes. All right, pop!
As you do that, as you pop the bottle open, immediately surrounding you all, you just feel this just slow wind kind of form, and this mist just release itself from the bottle, and then just sat on a bar stool, just sipping on a drink. You see what looks like Gary Oldman, but with kind of lighter blue skin. Just sitting there. He's dressed in like a nice, like very nice looking suit, like a vest. It's very well fitted. Sitting there, sipping on stuff, and then looks over. He's kind of just nursing his drink and looks up at all of you.
Sonny kind of like shoulders Byron forward.
Hi there again. My friends and I were interested in talking to you. I was singing your praises of that, frankly, incredible drink you made. And we were wondering if you'd like to, chat with us. We'd love to learn more about you and the things that you're capable of.
Oh, so now you're interested. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you all were terribly busy. So busy you couldn't speak to a fucking genie. Oh, you just
sorry.
find a genie bottle, grant 3 wishes, anything at your realm. But no, you're gonna go off and fuck around with some weird slimy tentacle thing. That's fine. I guess now I'm important enough for all of you.
Just wait till you hear when we wish for another giant slimy tentacle thing.
I apologize for that. I understand that could be taken as a slight.
I don't think it can be taken as anything but. You told me to fuck. Okay, so hold on.
I was heavily concussed, if it makes you feel any better.
It doesn't. But let's break this down for just a moment. I'm a genie, and I can hear a little bit coming from that. So all of you, about a month ago, became aware that you had a genie bottle. Now, I've been around a long time, and there's usually, like, a few different ways people approach it. Like, I'd say 90% of people admit they get a genie bottle. Oh, let's pop it open, get these wishes. Tremendous backfire. A horrible idea. About 8%, they sit on it for a bit, eventually pop it open after a bit of discussion. And that last 2%, they just kind of let it sit, power corrupts, all that stuff. Very reasonable response. Never once have I had people acknowledge they have a genie bottle, carry me around for a month, open me up, then tell me to fuck off for 2 weeks. Never once. Who the fuck are all of you thinking you're so high and mighty that can just be an okay response?
you like having the same thing happen all the time? I thought we were making it more interesting.
I'm just blown away. What
Well,
shit
there's
can
the
you get up
Panthers?
to that a genie in a bottle doesn't make your radar for 3 weeks?
To be clear, Byron will point to Zag and be like, that little lad just spoke to a god, and I just told the Dusk Dragon to suck my dick.
Little.
All right, Kezia.
Okay.
We get into some weird shit.
So
I'm
the
sorry to go to
so
that
the goat
part.
child met God, and the man with the micro penis told a god to fuck off.
I am a
Yes, that
sheep
is what we
child,
Interesting.
not the goat.
What about the rest of you? Are you trying to tell me in a group of 7 people, not one person got interested in the genie bottle?
Byron will
It's
put
not
up his
mine.
hand.
Oh,
I got
don't you
interested.
even start. I saw you trying to take it a few days ago.
Oh, that was just the fuck around with it.
Oh yeah, I've heard that line so many times.
Yeah,
No,
we didn't
no one
know
ever
it
tries
was
to
a
steal a
bottle,
genie
but-
bottle.
Can you imagine though, being in someone else's bag and then all of a sudden being in another person's bag and it wasn't the person who took its bag?
Yes,
Like,
I've
it's
lived
so-
that
it's
so
so
many times.
Genius.
Do you guys know how often people kill each other for genie bottles?
Yo,
No.
A lot. Like,
Oh.
I'm honestly blown away that not one person tried to kill for this thing. I'm currently keeping up the ratio of someone tried to steal it, at least.
Wow. You must make really good gin and tonics then.
Oh, the best.
Oh,
I
it
invented
He is a
them.
gin.
Oh my goodness. It was... Oh.
I
So
don't
good.
really see the
Okay,
big thing about
okay.
gin. Whiskey's
Actually-
much better.
Hey,
Alright, well,
David,
I'll find a fruity for you next time, small woman.
Thank you.
would Sunny actually be aware of the concept of genies? Like, I don't know if this actually would have come up.
Roll intelligence.
I feel like Artuk almost definitely isn't.
Artuk, if you want to roll for Artuk, it's very reasonable that you
Wow.
don't know.
Yeah, I feel like it's just reasonable to say I don't.
for some reason you found the genie file.
So, yeah, Sonny, you distinctly remember, like, there was a specific lesson put in of genies. Do not fuck with them. They are basically trickster gods. Bring this in, but do not interact with it at all.
It's geniereadme.txt.
It was the I Dream of Genie protocol.
Ah.
So it said don't fuck with them and bring them in, huh?
Pretty much.
All right. Okay. Well, given that, I probably would have done some things differently up until now, but here we are.
Ode pipes in and she's like, well, I haven't been super interested because I kind of have been pulling from one of my favorite plays. Saw it like 10 times where there is a blue genie and he's very benevolent, like very but he kind of forms a friendship with the main like protagonist and he realizes that he didn't need his help. He should have like found his I actually don't know if that was the moral of the story, but that's kind of what I took away from it. He like found his own power in himself. And so just kind of drawing from that personally.
Fun fact, that
That's
is
the one with
actually a real
bottles and
story.
names.
That was starring my cousin. Well, it was based on my cousin.
Oh, what was his name?
Oh,
Well,
I'm not falling for
it was
this
just
one.
Genie.
Sorry, what was that?
In the play, it was just Genie. So, do you have a name?
Yes. I'm not falling for this again. I'm not giving you that power over me. Sonny, with that natural 20, I will say, you know that if you know a genie's true name, you get a lot of power over them if they ever reveal it.
Oh.
I say, so you're not telling us your name because if we knew your name, we'd have lots of power over you.
Yeah.
Wait, that's a thing?
Yeah, he gets it.
I thought that was a Fae thing.
Oh,
I
that
thought it was a
actually
basic
goes
song.
very far across the plains. Wait, but actually you enjoyed that play? 1 second. The genie disappears for just a moment,
Ode's eyes get really big.
and then he reappears, and he actually is holding, like, a manuscript. And Ode, make an intelligence check. You have advantage.
Ooh, okay. Not my strongest.
That's pretty good.
16.
Okay. With that 16, he kind of hands over the book to you, and you see it is a first edition draft of that story that you were talking about.
That's amazing. Ode like reaches out for it and then like, pulls her hands back, like kind of quickly, and she's like, "Wait, this doesn't count like as a wish against Byron or anything."
This. No. No.
And-
Scout's
like,
honor, and he
yes,
hands it back
immediately-
over to you.
Like no second
Whoa.
thought, like grabs it and is ecstatic.
Just given a first
Wow.
edition of Arabian Nights.
Right? Yeah.
I don't even know what an Arabian is.
No. It's Arabian Nights 2: Return of Jafar.
Oh God, I
The
haven't
worst
seen this.
of the
Since,
trilogy.
I haven't seen this place since I lived near Broken Chain. This is amazing. And she starts looking at it like, Ode is
1994.
gonna be.
How do you?
If
how do
if you'd
have
like,
that?
you can keep that. I've got a pretty big collection. I've been meaning to trim things down for a while.
Do you want
Yeah,
something in?
that'd be amazing.
Do you want something in return? That's a pretty nice gift. You know what? Here, and I'll reach into my bag and pull out one of the really nice sourdoughs that I made using that kit, and I'll like hand it over to him. Like, here, have a loaf of bread.
Oh, he starts munching on it.
Hey,
You
Could I-
fool! Now I have power over you because you ate my food. Just kidding.
Thank you.
could I,
Okay, so if we can't know your true name, can you let us know what we can call you?
How about Murray?
Murray? You know what? That makes sense given the label.
You know, and Sonny's gonna like kind of address the rest of the party more so than Murray, and he says, you know, I honestly, I was ambivalent before, but I don't think we should be calling Murray again. I'm not even sure we should be calling him right now.
But
Bit
Oh,
rude.
he's so
Chill.
nice.
He's so cool.
Look, I don't know much about genies, but what I do know is that I was supposed to not fuck with them and take him to headquarters if it came up. As
That's lawful shit.
I'd
I
like to
mean-
think that the actual protocol
I'm kidding,
in
I'm
Sunny's
kidding, I'm kidding.
programming is "don't fuck with it." Like that is the exact wording of it.
he's got two options: fuck around and find out, and don't fuck with it. This is strictly in the don't fuck with it protocol.
Well, now that I think about it, a lot of those stories, like, the fuckery happens when you make a wish. What if we get around that by just never making a wish and just, being lads?
Have him here
Make
for
friends
his
with him.
company? I don't understand.
Yeah,
I
I don't
mean-
know.
He's pretty good
Oh,
company so
Tyson,
far.
You've known this Bean for literally 12 seconds.
And he's so
So it says
charming.
in Arabian Nights, the final wish that the protagonist has is for the genie to be free. So
Oh, do you want that?
Oh, I'm
Murray?
already free. Yeah, about 40,
and you just
40
do
or so
this? It's
owners
like-
ago. I just do this
it's like
because
your
it's
side hustle?
interesting. Yeah, pretty much. Here, actually, can one of you hand me? There's the bottle. He picks it up, and he just whips it into the woods, and he just is sitting there. Yeah, I can go where I want. And then he just raises his hands up, and kind of like Mjolnir from Avengers, you just hear like a rustle, and then it just appears back, and it just rushes back to his hand.
Hey Murray.
Ow! Can you aim that better?
Hey,
I can. I won't.
Excellent.
Yes.
I have a question, and can it not be? Okay. I don't want to accidentally wish. How can I not accidentally wish? And that is not the wish.
Hold on. Murray, pardon me, and Sonny kind of, puts his hand on Becca's shoulder. Murray, I'd like to clarify, are there any wishes actually being offered to this group? Because if you're a free genie, I'm not sure
Oh, no, I can give you wishes. I've just met you people. I've known you for, as you pointed out, less than 20 minutes. I mean, if you guys really push it, if you really fuck with me, I will, like, grant your wish and do the whole monkey's paw thing, but, like, I don't just give away wishes anymore when I don't need to.
Oh, that's good.
But,
a thought bubble appears above Ode's head. Like,
Jesus Christ, what is that?
No, just she's thinking like my wish came true.
Wait. So what do you want? Like in general?
Kind of like, just like listening to people's stories. Mostly just collect things. In fact, hold on a second. He drops the, he just drops the lamp down and a door, and just as, like, a mist surrounds it as it kind of cracks to the ground, you see just saloon doors appear. If you guys would like to come in, I can show you a bit of my collection.
Okay.
Byron sprints
Okay,
through
I
the door.
don't trust that one at all.
Yeah.
All
so
right, you
Ken
can stay out here then. And he
Can I
walks into the saloon doors.
Could I make an insight check?
Go ahead.
I just
Actually,
follow.
Yeah, I'm already in.
No.
Hard to
my
read.
God.
I was also wanting to do that.
Go
I
ahead.
promise not before, or whatever.
I have no
Alright.
fear.
21. I have a feeling that's still not high enough.
He's pretty hard to. He is a genie. Like, imagine the expertise of a lawyer that's lived for a millennia. Like, he's very good at double talk.
Yeah, Sunny
see
just,
nothing
like,
wrong with him.
Sunny like looks over at Morak, who I guess is not moving. And then
Frank's been writing down notes since the genie appeared.
Sunny looks at Morak and like looks to Zeka and like puts his hand on his shoulder.
Oh, but I want to go in.
I'm not sure that is smart by any measure.
But,
Zucker, we can practice magic. Everyone else into the.
Oh, we can go in.
okay.
And Ode looks over to Morak and Sunny like she was kind of waiting too.
Yeah, you see the saloon doors right there, just kind of suspended in the air, and I believe that Kezia and Byron have gone in at this point.
Oh yeah, Byron sprinted in as soon as he could.
I'll follow them in.
All
Okay,
right.
Ode, once Morak says we can let the others go in, she also goes in because Ode like is curious but was also kind of looking for permission.
Sunny,
And that was enough for her.
I trust you, Sunny, so I'll stay out here.
well, Sunny looks at Zeka and says, "I'll follow you."
No, don't.
my hat
What?
Guys, it's so cool in here. Come on in.
You don't know what it is. Shut up.
Kezia says it's really cool.
As you
man.
guys walk in, you see immediately the saloon doors kick open, and the Djinn is immediately behind the bar, and you see this is a like nice fucking tavern, like higher end than anything you can think of. There's just seating for a whole bunch of people. The wall of liquor is just lined and like just goes up into the sky. You can't even see the top. And he is just kind of tending bar behind. Ode, you walked in, right?
Yes.
Make a perception check.
It was a 20.
Fuck yeah, bro.
A dirty 20.
A nasty 20. As you look around, in addition, you see Murray the Djinn just kind of tending to the bar, getting like glasses set, like ice made, all that stuff. But you also see just in a separate section, just like you know those velvet like dividers they have in museums, and you see just above like the entrance to a hallway, and it just says personal collection.
Ode's like, oh, is that what you wanted to show us? And she points to the personal club.
Yes, I can show you that in just a second. What drinks would you all like?
Ken's eyes glimmer for a moment. They're getting misty. It's like I've been dreaming of this. I will take your famous gin and tonic.
Instantly appears in your hand.
Picks it up and just,
The rest of you?
I'll try what Byron's having since he's talked it up so much.
Hold on a second. What are your names? I realize that now sounds bad because I said the thing about the power of names, but like I need something to call you all by, otherwise this is going to just be in a very awkward I know his name is Byron.
kind of.
Okay, we're gonna come back to that in a moment.
Artuk, is about to tell him his name and then has this brief moment of pause thinking on the whole conversation a moment ago on the power of names and how dangerous they are. And he goes, I'm Tucker.
Okay,
I'm Tucker.
make a deception check.
Sure.
You can't tell whether he believes you, but either way he says, sure thing, Tucker, what do you want?
I figure I don't know much about drinks and they all seem to like one thing, so it must be good.
Just again appears in your hand.
You can just call me Lassie, and I don't actually drink. I'm gonna look around the room. Just
Immediately,
to see if I can find
you
any
see a
additional
glass
exits or
appear in front of
entrances.
you, and you get the feeling it's like kind of pinkish. Yours is the only one that's different. Non-alcoholic.
What does it smell
Strawberry
like?
milk.
Smells like watermelon.
I just hold it. I don't drink it.
I imagine Zeka's like really trying to rush forward, and Sunny's like holding him back like a child on a leash,
Yeah.
trying to not
You
go.
got a backpack with a monkey on it. It's attached to a leash.
All right, and Zeka and Sunny, you guys also walk in. Morik is the only one left outside. I
Okay, I'll
believe.
fucking walk in then. Fuck it.
But
Peer pressure.
yeah,
I
peer-
didn't read it.
As soon as Zeka walks in and Ode sees him, she runs over to him and like I don't know if they're the same height, but I imagine has to lean down a little, whispers very quietly like Artuk didn't tell him his name, and then she whispers the same thing to Morak.
Oh, okay.
When Zeka comes in, I take a sip of my drink just to make sure it's not like poisoned or something, and then I give
Tastes
the
very
drink to
sweet.
Zeka, and I
Pretty
continue
good.
walking around.
You know, it tastes really good, just like tropical and nice.
You would like this. Here you go.
Oh,
Oh,
he can
thank
get his
you.
own one. Another one appears in Zeka's hand.
Whoa! I drink it.
You two, you want anything? Gesturing to Sunny, who I assume is still disguised, right?
Yes.
All right, and to Morak.
Sunny says, I can't drink.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's move these tables together. I'll take bring around wine and beer. And Morak starts moving the tables together.
And
so
that
we have a
man-
big table.
Ode
And
says
it-
wine and beer.
Yeah, instantly as you say that, he's like, "There we go, my good man," and just
he
a
has
full
an extra
pitcher of beer and just a big old bottle of wine just appears right on the table.
You're a pretty cool guy, Murray.
Thank you. I try.
Touch it. Yeah.
Told you guys. And Ode, this gin and tonic, am I right?
Oh yeah.
So good.
Um,
Perfect amount of juniper. Oh,
I don't know on Ode's feelings on gin, but this drink, aside from that, is still very, very delicious. It goes down smooth and gets you a little tipsy.
so good. Murray, what is your secret? Like, do you use a special type of gin? A different type of tonic? Like, what? Please.
I make it all myself.
Like
Oh,
from
gosh.
scratch?
Monkey's paw. He like pees
Yes.
it out.
Yes, sir. You actually see, like, he gestures to
He pisses
the
quinine.
ceiling,
That's what he-
and like it kind of like separates, and you just see, and like just sheet of glass is at the top, and you see just a thing, like a, I don't know if juniper vineyard is quite the right word, but just like a bunch of juniper bushes, and like clearly the stuff to make his own supplies are just all up in there and growing.
Whoa! Wait, do you have like other herbs and stuff in here?
Not as many. I make some other stuff besides gin, if that's what you're asking, though.
Well, I am.
I'm also a microbrewery.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, so you probably have like yeast and stuff, right?
Somewhere around here.
I am a baker, and I make pastries. Would you like anything? If you can give me the supplies, I can make you anything.
I'm good for right now, but if you're interested in making, then he again gestures to the wall and just like slides it out of the way, and you see like it looks like a modern kitchen inside.
How did you get that much metal? How is it so perfectly polished and clean?
What is this?
As you ask that, you see just like this like air elemental just going around with a rag, just wiping things down.
What's his
Slave
name?
labor.
Oh, that one doesn't have a name. That's just air.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry, not everything can be a bit. Sometimes it's just wind.
So, Murray,
Alright,
you
yeah.
like live in this land, and you make good drinks. But kind of, what do you do generally? Like, what are you hoping to kind of do with your, like, here? I'll say that we as a group are kind of adventurers. So we like going around and taking jobs and protecting people. And we're on a quest right now to try to find someone who we think's been kidnapped. How would you describe what you do?
I see. I think I get what you're saying. Right. Well, for me, a lot of it isn't so much doing anything as just hearing a lot of different stories, collecting different trinkets that capture my eye. Once we go through my collection there, I think you'll see a bit, but honestly, a lot of what I do is kind of just open my doors to folks a lot like you, actually. Kind of just take down their stories, see what I can get out of it, see what it all I can do. Sometimes pass it along, sometimes just keep it for my own musings. Not all of them get back to me, though, usually because they die, but that's the life of being an adventurer. So I'm told. I don't do it.
Thanks for explaining it, and Ode accepts that.
Why don't you just actually build an establishment instead of having your ball be a random bottle that I think we found in a chest in the...
Because I can throw the bottle wherever I want. Also, it means if I don't like someone, I just pick up the bottle and walk away. The ability to move and not deal with fuckheads is so critical to me.
Saves a lot on property taxes too.
No, I don't pay taxes.
It would be hard to be able to pay taxes if you're not an officially established facility, isn't it?
You all seem very hung up on the tax code of a genie lamp.
It's just a joke.
Yeah.
So for me, it's not. You could go to jail.
Get that personal collection anytime soon?
Oh, yes. And as he just kind of like gestures and the velvet rope just dissipates. And as he leads you through, it's like going through at first a museum. Like almost the Smithsonian, just these big-ass displays. Some of the stuff you see, the first one you see is a beholder skull. Like, whole-ass thing just collected there. Yeah, I acquired that after, I think it was 4 or 5 parties ago. They actually slayed one of them, and they traded it to me for a few nights stay here.
What is that?
That's a beholder, lad.
Oh.
Yeah, normally there's more eyes attached to it, but I kind of popped those out after the fact, turned them into a few different things. Got a real nice one cooking right now. Cooking? That's not a word.
Turns over to something different, and she's like, "What's this?"
That one is... Actually, the one that you run over to, Ode, you see it's just a collection of 3 books, fittingly enough. The first one on the left, he just speaks. Those are a few, collected adventures for a few different folks that I've met. The one on the far left is called The Troubled Life of Caligo. Ode, from just being a cerulean knight, you don't have to roll for this one. You know history. That's kind of the equivalent of finding, like, an early draft version of Don Quixote. It's just, like, a very important book in just defining how fiction went forward.
It's like a signed copy of the Bible.
Ode, like, spins around to take a look at everything all at once and, like, looks back at Murray, and she's like, wow, what this cerulean knight would do to get their hands on some of these. It's amazing here.
Yeah. I've handed a few of them out. Every now and again I have to kind of cull the collection, otherwise it gets a bit cluttered. This one I'm thinking of getting rid of next.
If you ever want to make a donation, I'm at my monastery is in Catharsis. Cerulean and I keep us in mind.
Murray.
Yes.
I was wondering, what is the thing that has been here the longest the longest standing thing in your collection?
What would that be? I know what it is. And he starts walking over, and you just see this badass looking glaive made out of bones. This is the very first thing I added to my collection. This was actually when I still was going out. But this one, I think what was it? Right. No, a Titan was trying to squeeze me out for some wishes, so I put a little trick on him and ended up swiping this from him after he wished me to fuck off.
Wait,
Good time.
how did you? I see. That's...
You all were very distrustworthy. You all know I pulled monkey's paws at the end. It's how I get out of my situations.
Sure.
Yeah, I think he wished to. Originally, it was just some schlub named Jeremy, but he wished to, for the power of a god, wished to rule the world, and then of course everything went tits up for him. So, I mean, world rebelled, tore him down. Last wish. I wish everything was back to normal. Classic story.
Huh.
But yeah, this mighty one, that was the first time I really got to pull one off and got a hard reset. In the among the Djinn, that's a first time that you get one over on someone. It's a very, very fun moment. Very important for licensing. But yes, is there anything? Does anyone else kind of want to look around?
I'll look around.
Yeah.
Zika, yes.
I want to look around and see if there's any, like... I think I'll kind of, like, wave over Morak and, like, be like, hey, we should see if there's any, like, spell books or any interesting histories on, like, magic around here or something.
Mr. Genie Man.
Murray, but alright.
Sorry, yeah, do you have anything related to the arcane here?
Got a few different things. Ooh, I know one that I think you'll really like, actually, if you're into the arcane. And he heads over to a specific section, and he pulls back like a little curtain, and you see a massive arcane core just sitting there, still powered, just kind of cycling. The type that powers Sunny.
Whoa!
Yeah, I picked this up from some goblins about 15 years ago. They were scrounging around just wherever the hell that battle took place was, and they picked this up, and they needed a quick escape, so they gave it to me, and they had the night.
Sunny, come take a look at this.
Sunny goes
Yeah,
over and takes a
how
look at it.
large is the arcane core? Is it the same size as Sunny's?
Yeah, it's definitely the same size. To give, like, a relative scaling, it's a little bigger than, like, a basketball.
That's really cool.
Yeah, Morak immediately, like, dives into his backpack and pulls out the Warforged text to try to figure out which bot it would have been connected to, because it's clearly too big for Sunny.
Which bots were there? Which Warforged were there?
The battle?
Yeah.
The one that you think this is tied to was probably was assigned to one of the Demolition series Warforged. The ones that were, like, you know, break down buildings, fuck with, like, logistics efforts, so, like, explosives, heat plating, flame units, things of that nature. And Sunny, to your question, there was, like, the basic, like, offensive deployment. There was, like, the combat support, which is spellcasty ones. There was demolition. And then, that was, like, the main ones. And then there was, like, the Guardian Protocol, which is the bodyguard ones.
Sunny looks at Murray and says, do you know where this came from?
What do you mean?
I mean, do you know what the origin of this is?
I mean, from a bunch of fucking goblins who probably ripped it out one of those bots' chests. But beyond that, I don't know which one. I don't know where exactly it was. Still haven't gotten one of those bots in here. Really hoping for that one day.
Sunny does the thing where he, like, pulls at his collar and looks around nervously.
Ah, well, one day.
With all of your knowledge of everything, do you know how these were made, by chance?
Afraid not. I'm more of a collector than a scholar.
See something look shiny, grab, take.
Shit, yeah, this one gets it.
I get it.
Besides, if push comes to shove, someone who does know what they are will eventually come along, can explain it to me, and then if they want it, they'll give me something nice enough that I'll give it to them for something.
Tell me, what would you do if one of these bots was here right now?
I mean, fucking, I don't know. Is it active?
Fuck it.
That's a suspicious question.
I mean, if it's fucking inactive, I'm gonna put it on my shelf. If it's active, want to make sure it's not going to try to kill me.
What if it didn't try to kill you?
Well, then...
There's a lot
Okay,
of
it would...
hypotheticals we're giving to this gene.
This is a very strange hypothetical. In any case, I would
There's
probably
a
just
Warforged
let it
running
walk
around
around.
Phandalin. That's why.
Faldarin.
Eldarin.
But, I mean, it'll depend on who owned it. I might try to make a trade for it. If they don't want to, they don't want to. I'm not gonna fucking take it.
Wait, was that the live one or the dead one or the decommissioned one? I
The
lost track.
either. This dude doesn't want to put... You get the sense he isn't going to try to steal shit because that's a lot of effort for him.
Yeah, so, do you mind if I have some alone time with this Cole and, like, study it at all? I'm very interested in how they're made.
I mean, that depends on how long you all are staying here.
Yeah, I don't think that much longer. We kind of have to go to the city, and also we left a fire burning in the middle of a forest unattended, so that's...
Oh, you should take care of that at some point.
Yeah, that's just bad.
It should be fine.
If you're only
There
going to be
was no
here a little
rocks
bit,
around it.
then I don't have any problem with it. Go ahead. Just bear in mind, if you try to take it, that you're not going to get out of here with it. I know that sounds like a threat, but I mean that quite literally. You will not be able to get out of here with it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I had another question.
Yeah.
You're so good at making drinks. Can you make like potions and stuff as well?
Some of them. That's not quite an expert in. I can make like, you know, the basic health potions pretty decently, but any of the weirder ones, they're kind of prone to chicanery.
How much would it take for you to make some for us? Do you want?
I mean, I have one or two of it. Hold on, I need to check how many I have ready. But I mean, it's gonna take some time for me to make them.
We could pay you for them.
That was assumed.
You take money.
Yeah,
that was. I would hope so.
I like
Are
how
you
blunt
like
you are.
Are you like a newfangled?
I didn't hear anything that you just said.
Do you like money?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I assumed that you wouldn't have it for it.
I mean, sometimes I like to pick things up for my new collection, so, you know, I need money. As much as favors and letting people stay the night is, sometimes someone that has something interesting doesn't really want to come in here or have a reason to, so... I mean, I use money mostly for that. As you walk around, he opens up a door, and it's like the scene from Aladdin of just that fucking temple below just filled with gold. And he just immediately shuts it again. But yeah, honestly, it's more of the principle at this point that I need to be paid for my services than the actual financial cost.
If you're able to check if you have the ability to make health potions, that'd be a big help.
Gladly.
Let me check. Here, let me check for it.
I think they're usually around 50 gold.
Yeah.
Just a basic one is actually not too bad. It's once you get to greater and superior, that's when it really starts to...
He starts to walk towards his bar in any case, giving you guys a moment to talk among yourselves while he goes and checks the prices.
Zeka, quickly, what cantrips can you cast?
I can cast... Give me a moment.
I'm going to jump in here and say I am very certain that anything you're about to try with magic will not end well. I mean, you don't hold on to that much gold without being able to do anything you want.
No, I'm trying to test the arcane core here.
Don't you ask
By the way, I should probably be a little clear about this. It is kind of just sat on like a little column in the middle of the room with a little pillow on it. But like, if one of you reached out to grab it, you probably could.
I know. Okay.
I was more saying that for everyone else's sake.
Yeah.
Well, to answer your question, I can cast Shocking Grasp, Prestidigitation, Message, and Firebolt.
Okay. Come here.
I go
okay,
there.
I want you to, I'm gonna pick up the arcane core, and I'm gonna, like, summon a firebolt and try to just see how fire enters the arcane core.
I'm very definitely gonna try to stop him from doing this.
Okay. I don't know what the two roles for this would be then.
It's more like I'm bringing fire.
Yeah, I'm gonna
See if
I'm gonna,
it like revs up, slows down, if it changes color. I'm literally.
I'm
we currently
so
just have this
the way I'm imagining
powerful
is you
item
kind
that
of
we don't know anything about.
You have the firebolt in your hand, and you're kind of moving it towards it. I'm gonna imagine Sunny kind of just grabs your hand before you get too close.
yeah.
What the?
Look,
I just want.
I don't know much about genies, but 50% of my knowledge on genies is do not fuck with them. We don't
Yeah,
have.
but I wanted to test how fire.
Do you want to test our good host? Because that's what you're doing by fucking with this.
I cast Detect Magic. Because I can do that now for free.
What's your prayer?
Yeah, it's Hold on, yeah. What word do you say?
Oh, that's a good question. I say, Focaccia.
All right, it is just focaccia.
Always focaccia with him.
I love focaccia. It's very good. Have you ever had it? I'll make it for you. Oh wait, no, you're a celiac. Dang it. I'll make you some gluten-free focaccia at some point.
I don't want to know what that is.
It's rocks.
Super hard. Okay, yeah, I look at the arcane core.
I mean,
I can
yeah,
see
you definitely detect magic from this thing. It's kind of before you put Nistel's magic aura on Sunny, that's similar type of magic.
Okay, gotcha.
So like,
what was it? It was like transmutation.
It was transmutation for sure, and psionics.
I'm gonna ritually cast Identify now.
You start spending the time. Sunny, you see Zeka begin to ritually cast Identify.
I'm gonna
Which how does this
other
hold
hand-
on? How does this look, Zeka?
I guess like I almost see it as like I'm praying to Mystara to ask her what this object is. So it's almost like I'm just holding it and like saying a quiet prayer for like 10 minutes.
Okay.
And it sounds a lot like me listing ingredients for different baked goods.
As he starts to do that, Sunny's gonna like still holding Morak's arm with his arm. Sunny's gonna reach out with his other hand and like grab the back of Zeka's collar and be like, "I wouldn't do that right now.
Oh, okay.
We shouldn't do anything without confirming with Murray first that he's okay with it."
You know what? That's a good. Consent is very important. I'm glad that you have that value. Thank you. I'll cast message to Murray and ask, "Hey,
what does it look like when you cast message?"
He pulls out his fucking phone.
I pull out my phone and I send him a text. No, I pull out. Fuck it. I pull out a cracker and I add.
When he pulls out a cracker, Morak just shouts, "Hey Murray, can you come over here?"
Okay. Ode, where are you right now? Are you just with the rest of the group?
No, I was with Murray as he was checking on his healing.
Okay, I thought so. And yeah, as you are with this, he's just he is kind of going behind and is like, "Oh, right. 2 potions right here."
Right. I think 50 gold is usually standard, but if you want special genie price, I'm not very good at haggling.
You know what? I like you. Specifically you. 45 a pop.
Rightio. And Ode starts counting out individual. Okay, perfect. He didn't have. Ode's like, you don't happen to have, like, by chance. I figured I'd ask.
Nah. I got one brewing right now, but it is poison if you tried to drink it right now. And he pulls out like a different potion, and it's like just shimmering between like purple, blue, then black, then gray, and it kind of just has like the consistency of like slime. And he's just like, "This is the only other one I've got," and I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what it would do.
Do you want us to try it out for you?
I mean, he puts it on the table if you want to.
Yeah.
All right, you know
wait,
what?
wait,
You know
does
what?
Sunny see
40
this?
gold a pop for it. You just got yourself a 10 gold discount because of that. So you're fun.
I'll take it. And then she's like, right, so here's the 80, I guess, gold, and we'll let you know once we figure out what the blue-gray thing does.
Sounds good. And then you guys hear Morak say,
Hey, Murray, can you come over here?
"Oh shit. Let's go see what that's all about."
Rightio.
What? What do you want? What the fuck?
Oh, I didn't know you
Why are you
walked over
touching
here
my
so
shit?
Oh, well, you said I was able to study it. I just
Yeah, with your eyes.
Oh, so this is a look, don't touch.
I mean, that
Why's
should be
your dick out?
assumed
Put
when
it
you're in
away.
a fucking collection.
I'm sorry, I thought. Yeah, no, I just.
No, you know what? You know what? I'm sorry too. I didn't specify. That's on me.
Yeah, I don't. I've read about these, and I really want to know everything about it. So, I was wondering if you'd let me test out how it reacts to different.
How
arcane
so?
energies.
You see him get a little more cagey at that. That thing might be valuable. So how are you testing it?
Well, I
I
just
can
wanted
cast
to like.
identify.
Oh, okay. That's nothing then. Yeah, go ahead. Just don't fuck with the patina.
Do it the unfun way. Then.
All right, I cast identify, and I'm eating some oyster crackers while I'm doing it.
As you go through and spend the time to identify it, what you are able to glean from this is that this kind of acts as a font of arcane energy. It's made of malacheth and xanthanite primarily, as well as just like brass and stuff to like hold it together. And it generates magic, but it also like stops it from just overload. It doesn't like just become this wild just magic that just gets released all at once. It kind of slows its release and can like be used to power something and keep it powered over a long period of time rather than just plug it full of energy and then have it short circuit.
Cool. Can I also try? I see Ode holding that slime potion. I'll be like, "Hey, Ode, what's that?"
I don't know. Murray very generously gave it to me, and we're gonna test it out.
I cannot stress, this is your choice to test it out. I want to be very clear that this is you chose to take that.
Oh yes, thank you. Good clarification.
Can I identify it?
This would be more of a
that'd be
herbalism
great.
kit because it's like alchemy.
Okay.
Oh, I offered to test it out with the assumption that we'd be able to identify.
Well, you fucked up.
I mean, it was also free, so
Yeah, there you go.
How's a 12 do you?
it looks like gray sludge that's pulsating and changing colors.
I have no idea what this is.
Yeah, I'm in
Right,
kind of a
that's why-
similar boat right now. I don't know how I fucked it up that
That's why
bad.
we're gonna take it to experiment with
Yeah.
it.
Artok is just gonna wander a little deeper and look around. Like, not going anywhere I'm not necessarily supposed to, but just, while
You-
everyone seems to be occupied with a particular thing each, he's just gonna try to survey.
Sure thing. As you go looking around, though, you find kind of a more naturey section. You see just like different plant, like almost a small garden, but still kind of in the museum like aspect. But the most interesting stuff you find is you see a tulip and you see a lotus flower next to each other, and immediately you, just by virtue of you having your nature skills and connection to the earth, you can feel just this life-giving energy coming from the tulip and just this death energy coming from the lotus. In the middle, basically, and on the tulip side, you see just this overgrown just grass surrounding it and stuff like that, and barrenness on the side of the lotus, and in the middle, just kind of normal-looking nature.
Huh. Alright. I'm gonna walk up towards them and just very cautiously, without letting any of my, my negative magic leak, I'm gonna just ask them, what are your purposes here? What do you do?
I am to grow, and I am to drain. And wait, you can't read. You see a small sign. You see 2 small signs in front of the display, but you can't read them.
There's some arcane runes on the.
I've been teaching him how to read a little bit.
You know
Sound
what?
it out.
Go ahead. Make an intelligence check, Artuk.
You hear Ken's words in your mind going, "Sound it out, Artuk. You can do it. I have faith in you." God damn it, Artuk.
You didn't teach him the word.
You can't read the sign, which is all the more frustrating because you fundamentally understand that this is a tulip and lotus, and this is probably answering the part you don't understand.
So, you were talking to the flowers?
Holy shit.
Hi, Kezia. I didn't realize you were there. Yeah.
That's my favorite thing about Kezia.
The true reason I go on mute.
I can largely do that, or at least they understand me well, and I sort of understand them back. But the one. I mean, I suppose it's pretty obvious looking at them, but the one said its purpose here is, to grow, and the other one is to drain, and that makes sense.
Well,
just starting the conversation.
Well, I've never seen the white flower before. What is that one?
Oh, that's a lotus flower. I can tell you that one.
Oh.
Lots and lots of stuff like that. Swampy.
Looks prickly.
Yeah, it's I mean, obviously it's draining things away, so it's really not a fun one to, things that drain the life around them are generally looked at poorly and kind of hated. Anyway, I was partway into a first off, you can read. What do these say?
The signs?
Yeah.
It looks prickly.
As you look at the signs, you see you see for the tulip, you see it's a tulip flower of the Feywild.
Tulip flower of the Feywild. I believe that is a plane of existence.
Existence?
It says lotus, blossom of Shadowfell.
So it says the lotus, I guess, that you said it was, is also, I guess, that word right there. Blossom of Shadowfell.
Sure.
That's it.
I might
Which is
ask
another
thing
plane.
or two. I'm gonna look them real quick, and so y'all are from somewhere else, huh?
Yes.
It's funny you do the whole growing and draining thing. I've been on both sides of that. Kind of feel weirdly lost in the middle right now. It's weird. You're from 2 different places than each other, right? Yeah, naturally. That's kind of odd to me. It seems like y'all balance. It's a little weird that you grew up separate from each other and found the balance like this. This is kind of cool. I hope y'all don't mind each other.
This one is a plague, destroying the life I give.
Sure, but without something, without things dying, you're just going to overgrow. It's going to get, out of your control, and that's going to be as much of a problem as if I left that thing alone and killed everything.
There is, where I am from, it is beautiful, and rather than grow eternally there, I am trapped, caged to this one.
I mean, not to debate philosophy with a flower or anything like that, but I figure I felt the same way you did not too long ago, and I'm starting to realize that, it's real good when things grow, but it ain't bad when things die either. I think both are important, and it sounds like where you're from, I'm sure it's real beautiful, and, I'm sure it struck its own balance there, but I figure that at least the way things work around here, that's a little dangerous. It's kind of cool that there's something like that on the other side of things, something like this other guy you're sitting here with. I'd advise that if you're going to keep being his neighbor for longer, maybe y'all try to understand that there's a common ground. Anyway.
The tulip seems kind of petulant at that, but the lotus actually responds to what you say, and it says, "Few see the beauty of decay like you. You are wise."
It only comes from being very forcibly exposed to that understanding. It's not something people want to look into, myself included, up until recently. Anyway, I hope that gives y'all something to think about. Pleasure meeting ya, and I walk away.
The Lotus Waves. By the way, Kezi, you just heard this one-sided conversation of Artuk.
Yeah, I'm just attributing and marking it down as Arctic's a little weird sometimes, and that's okay.
Back with team investigation, was there anything else that you were trying to kind of derive from the core?
I feel like we've gotten enough information for now from it.
Morak, mentioned you were
yeah,
specifically
I was gonna throw a Hail Mary and basically just focus on it real intently. Basically use strength of mind on it to get my eyes glowy and see if I can gain anything from psionics.
You see the core begin to kind of like spin and accelerate, like the internal parts of it that spin, but like pick up speed. You get the sense that that's a good effort, but this thing's kind of just a battery right now that you can affect, but it's not hooked up to anything. But you definitely get the distinct impression that your psionics are linked to it and can have an impact by channeling your psionics onto psionic constructs.
Okay. I will make notes and then basically say, okay, well, I'm good here. I'm gonna go drink at the bar. Does anybody want to join? Okay, I'll drink alone.
All right.
I'll come
Just
over.
like high school.
I'll join you, Morak. Oh no.
Is there anything else that people are kind of looking at in the collection, or are you guys kind of gonna just return back to the bar?
Ken has been running around throughout the entire collection, just trying to find anything that would be tied to any of the fantasy novels he's read and enjoyed thoroughly, anything tied to tales of legendary heroes and things like that. And you'll probably, if he ever runs back into Murray, kind of approach and be like, Mr. Murray, do you have anything from, like, legendary hero Sigurd or Heracles or anything like that?
The fuck did
Please
you just
tell me
say?
you do. Those legendary heroes, haven't you ever heard of them?
Do you know anything about Ilaw the Bar?
That is... Okay.
Please, sir. Anything you have. I've always loved legendary heroes, and if you have any stories from them, please tell me.
Kiddo. I don't have any weapons from whoever the fuck Sigurd, Heracles, all that are, because they're made up. They're bullshit. Now, I do have some stuff from some cool heroes,
Shoulders
but
drop.
those ones in particular aren't real. I mean, like I showed your friend there the incredibly personable Catwoman over there, one from the Tale of Caligo, but that one, like, it's not on the level of epic that you're discussing. Those heroes exist, but usually when they get into a scrap, world shifts, a lot of stuff breaks, and all of it gets buried. If I had stuff from that collection, I certainly would not be showing it off because someone would be liable to try to take it.
I mean, do you have any tales of, like, true heroes? People that changed the world for the better. They came into existence. They shaped the world, and they made it a better place.
None real.
No tricksters. Oh, well, great. What about any cool trickster gods? Like, you ever met, I don't know. Actually, I don't think I've ever heard of any trickster gods.
What
in
the
this
fuck
world.
are you? That's nonsense what you're saying right now.
What, tricksters?
Yeah, what are you going on?
You are on a tangent, sir. And
it feels like you're fishing for something.
yeah, you see him, like, look at your glass of gin, which I assume is bottomed out, and he's like,
oh, hell yeah.
yeah, he kind of just whisks it away. Lad, you're clearly angling for something, and I don't know what, but
All
there
I
is...
want is a good story.
I've got... Yeah, but you're asking for things that are real. The stories you're asking about they don't happen. Someone doesn't go against God and just get away, because a god is a god, and a guy's a guy.
At that, you see Byron kind of hang his head, and then realize, wait, hey, can I show you something?
Hold on. Okay, hold on. He drags your ass over to the bar and is like, he kind of just snaps his fingers. Which one of you is the most responsible?
Not me.
I point at Morak.
You. All right. You're in charge of making sure that he sleeps on his side in the recovery position, okay?
I'm not drunk.
Bullshit. I make the best gins. If you aren't, then you have a liver of a god.
I'm not sure you realize how much gin I drink.
I don't think you understand how much liquor I put in those drinks.
Alright, either way, can I tell you a story?
Sure.
It's one that I heard from another man. And Byron will begin to tell the story of a young blacksmith. He'll basically tell his story in the most grandiose way physically possible.
Roll performance.
Well, 23 or 24.
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn.
Wait, no, that's a nat. Did you? Okay.
He rolled with
I see.
advantage, but he didn't have it. It doesn't matter. It's 23.
Well, disadvantage, but...
But it doesn't matter. But you see, like, he is gripped by it. But at the end of it, after a certain point, you actually see like a quill just materialize like beside him and like start taking down what you're saying. Like he is not writing it. It's like it's just off floating in the air to a piece of parchment. Lad, this is a very interesting story, but what about it? It's cool, yeah, but I've got a bunch of other stories about, this great hero who defied a god and all this type of shit. You know what happens? They either were lies in the first place, or the author doesn't get to write the last page, which is the god crushes them under a bunch of rocks.
Flips open bag and say, oh, well, I heard this story. Well, not really heard. Takes out the Heart of Chaos, puts it on the bar. I lived it. So, I guess I'll be my own hero. Thank you for actually giving me that. Thank you for giving me the confidence to do this. You're a good man, Murray. Takes the Heart of Chaos, puts it back in his bag, and walks over and sits with the guys.
Murray turns and looks at Morak, who I assume is nearby, and says, I want to be clear, I didn't tell him to do anything. and then we're going to cut away from Murray.
This is how it happens all the time.
I get to write... Guys, I'm not... And he'll just kind of go over and just be like, guys, I never realized this until now. I can actually write my own story of becoming a legendary hero. Oh, it's what I've always dreamed of. Hero might be a strong word to describe me. Yes. It's definitely a strong word to describe me, but I'll do my best. Isn't this exciting? All of the new possibilities that we can go through. And all because of you guys.
Oh. Byron, was your goal to trade the hearts for something so that your demon chaos god wouldn't be after us so specifically, or did you just want to show it off?
Oh no, he kept on saying that there was no such thing as legendary heroes in real life, and that made me kind of sad. And it made him go off on a tangent about, they always do this and then they die. And then I went, hey,
they do fucking die every goddamn time. One of these guys I heard about was a soul knife, and he died like 5 times.
Kind of scratches her like head fur uncomfortably, and she's like, "Well, Byron, we all could still die."
Yeah, but I'm not dead yet, and I'll do my damnedest to never die.
Well, no matter what, everyone has to die. Artug is not us that much, at least.
Right, but it's whether Byron's god hunts us down and kills all of us.
Wait, what the fuck?
Wait, to be clear, because I was an inside man, I know that they can only choose one person at a time.
And this
so we just have to keep an eye out for one person. So yeah, there's no way that someone's coming to get us now.
Wait. Hold on. You're full of shit.
No, he's
You're full of shit. No, this amount of weird shit cannot happen this consistently in such a small time frame. I saw you guys found a genie bottle. This shit. He met a god. This can't happen this much this fast.
We also destroyed a giant fort up there and saw a brain.
All right,
killed
that's
the
it.
brain.
That's
and
it.
one of us, I won't say who, now knows how to throw shit with their mind.
Hold on a
I know it's
goddamn
not me.
second. You see him pick up a water bucket from behind, go outside. You guys can see outside, and he splashes it on the fire. Alright, you are all staying here, and you are explaining to me what the fuck you have been up to since you all met, because this is too much.
Byron will rub his hands and prepare to tell another tale.
Sure.
And?
We do this with like every new person.
Fade to black. So, as
not
you
as good.
guys
One
do
of my
that,
inspirations.
unless you guys have something in particular you want to do, the Djinn invites you for the rest of the night to stay in his bar, because he's just too goddamn intrigued by your guys' bullshit.
Sure.
Okay,
Well,
Morank's
There
going
was a
to
natural 20 performance.
Morank's going to gather everyone together, except for Byron as he's gushing over our story. And just say, so we're all in agreement. Tomorrow morning we're hitting the road and getting to the city, right?
Which city?
We
Very
agreed. I
bad, huh?
forget the name of it already.
Tucson.
Toussaint.
Yeah, it's the big one.
Croissant one.
And we're gonna charter a boat from there to Harry and Magi?
Yes,
think
I
that's the
just
plan.
We
I
can't
feel
charter
that
a
we're
boat directly to Harry and Magi.
I'm
yeah,
sorry?
it's not on the coast. We have to charter a boat to a smaller town and then walk.
Yeah.
Kezia, you know the town that you want to charter to. It's where you can probably
Glint.
pick up that stuff. It's a little smuggler's like town called Glint.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Oh.
sounds good to me.
So-
fitting name.
Yeah, I feel that we don't want to get off track since it kind of seems like time is of the essence.
Yeah,
I
Sure.
agree.
Ernest possibly getting tortured at this moment.
I don't love that a whole lot.
Yeah.
We will save him, and oh god, we will save him, and I will heal him.
We're just going to be in and out, and that is all. We are not going to do anything else outrageous while you're there, okay?
I mean, it's worth considering if time's of the essence and all. We're telling this guy a lot of stories, and he seems to be all about that sort of thing. Maybe, as payment for our stories, we ask if he can just, instead of letting us off here where we came from, let us off in Harry and Magi.
Oh,
He's kind of expressed that he has to walk places to move the bottle.
you can
I mean,
try.
It's worth asking.
Yeah.
Saves
Okay,
us
that's true.
Time in a really time-sensitive situation.
Hey, Murray.
He is kind of. I imagine that at this point in the conversation, Byron, you are just getting to. Let's say when the Dust Dragon speaks with you personally, like.
Oh my.
Like when you are aware, like on the way to Holix, when you are aware that you have a pact.
And he is covering everyone else's story too. As
Yeah,
much as he
that's
knows
why
their
it's so
backstory.
early
He's
on.
weaving it in.
It's just taking a lot. And Murray, you guys see just like sheets of paper, like a goddamn manuscript is just forming beside, like Murray as he listens. What? What do you need? Hold on a second.
Oh, yep, of course, no worries.
What are the chances of, instead of dropping us off where we were before, you dropping us off in Harry and Magi?
Where
there
is that?
Who has the map?
I think Ode does.
Oh, I think Ode has the map because she really likes paper.
I gesture to Ode with her large amount of cocktail napkins assembled together in a map.
Yes.
As you show him where it is on the map, he looks over at Byron. I could probably get you there pretty quickly. You need to, but I want to hear the end of the story first. But
We've still got like 14 more parts to go. We're only on like session 4.
All right, star wipe.
in any case, though, I could get you close. But from what I remember, folks around there don't particularly care for magic. You guys sure you want to open a little portal to walk through?
Ode pipes, excuse me, pipes in and says, well, I guess it depends on how much we feel time is of the essence, because if we just traveled there non-magically, I was thinking I could use the extra time to help make us some new clothes that aren't like covered in blood or as conspicuous as like my purple robes, or sorry, my blue robes. So that would be one note of taking the slow route.
Sure.
Well,
I mean,
I would say
you.
If we take the fast route, we still have that time. It just gives us more options in how to spend it.
Yeah, I
We
figure
could-
there's. Oh,
Go ahead.
Sorry. I was gonna say I figure there's little gain by taking longer to get to something that like at the very least we'll have more time to think about what to do. At the very best, we'll get there early enough to do something we couldn't have done if we got there later.
What if you just took us to Glint, and then and there we can. It's probably a little bit less bad.
Or even better, if magic and people don't mix there, maybe bring us somewhere a day's walk out that doesn't have any people around, like some woods or something.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
I can probably make that work as long as we finish this. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I figure a story for,
This
saving us a lot
is
of time and
intriguing enough that I think that's a fair trade. I could probably...
Does he know I'm a...
You haven't revealed it yet.
Anymore? I mean, but was that covered in Ken's story?
Has Ken expressed it?
He has expressed a man lost in time.
You see...
That's not suspicious at all.
Yeah,
Hey.
you see basically every time you reference it, like, Murray get a little more annoyed because he's waiting for you to, like, describe him, but he doesn't want to be rude.
Yeah, no, he doesn't describe, like, this man was a fighter in the great battle that died and suddenly came back to life 30 years later. Because I don't think Byron really knows that much about what happened with Sonny. And he just describes a man that got suddenly shot forward in time and has been trying to figure out what's going on. That's how he describes the character of Sonny.
Okay, Sonny,
That almost makes it more interesting.
Yeah, Sonny, you hear him as he's listening, and you wouldn't say that he is caught up on you, but you'd say he's intrigued by you.
Okay.
Look, man,
Your character, in any case.
Or a robot.
I could drop you off if... Yeah, I can drop you off either of those spots just outside or in Glint if any of you need to pick anything up, do anything there. Pick up new clothes, for instance, that'll be easier there. But whichever you choose. And he turns back to Byron to continue the story.
Byron will put up a finger and be like, I gotta grab something to drink. Go over to the group and be like, guys, I think I might have found, like, my new calling. I should just tell stories for a living. I'm gonna take that pitcher of beer. Thank you, bye.
Well, I think that kind of solves our problem.
Yeah, I figure we're gonna gain a lot by getting there. Like, how long would it take to have gotten there anyway? Like, probably a week or two on the water and a walk after that?
You would bet, like, probably 2-3 days to get to the port, maybe a week on the water, 4 days across land, and that's if you guys didn't stop in the town for the night anywhere. So you guys would probably be buying yourself, if you just teleport to Glint, at least 10 days back. And you basically will be jumping continents from where you killed a bunch of Weave Scarred.
Yeah. There's a lot to be gained there.
But you would save 10 days, or probably closer to, like, 15 days if you dropped right outside the city.
Ode has been thinking about it, and she's like, well, I guess we could, like, try to wash our clothes, like, really thoroughly, and I've got like a set of commoner's clothes from my starting equipment that I can probably use to get out of these robes. So I guess we don't need to go get clothes. But if it comes up in the future, I might be able to make us new clothes eventually.
Additionally, Zeka, he's got a way he always keeps his clothes immaculately clean. Magically, I think. Right, Zeka?
You see him eating, and there's crumbs all over his clothes. And there's like mustard stains and like jam stains all over his shirt.
Is that something you can help us all with?
I literally forgot prestidigitation was a thing. I was like, does Ode have to clean all the clothes? No, we should do it together because that would be too much of a chore for her to try to get bloodstains on everything.
Sonny raises
I
his
have access
hand.
to his character sheet. He does. But yeah, Sonny.
Sonny raises his hand. He says, Murray, question?
Yes.
So, I'll be straight with you. We're doing this to rescue someone, and I know
Cool.
it's a long shot, but I was wondering if instead of taking us there, if you could just rescue him for us.
Who is he?
Ernest?
That means
And then-
nothing to me.
Yeah, Sonny kind of like looks over towards Zeka, like, well, what's his last name? And Zeka's not here.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. You guys, Zeka thusly describes Ernest, and you see, what's his name? You see Murray walk over to his bar and pull out like a hand mirror, and like a little bit of like magical bullshit comes from it. He's like, what the fuck? More magical bullshit, like dust and like effects like come up from it. What the fuck? I can't find him.
The old lead box technique.
Son of a bitch. I don't know where he is, will be my problem there.
I assume knowing the building where he's held wouldn't particularly help. We do have that information, right?
You do.
Wait, sorry. Don't we think he's in that building? But
That's where
we're
you
not
guys
sure.
think he is. That's where the weave-scarred prisoners are kept.
But we don't know he's a weave-scarred prisoner.
You don't. Well, wait. No, you do know he is... Yes, you know he is a weave-scarred prisoner. You know that's where they keep them. You don't know that he's in there, but, like...
We can put 2 and 2 together.
Exactly.
And mostly assume.
I'm gonna be honest. If this is walk into a room, pull him through a door, and walk out, I can do that. I'm not gonna walk into danger for all of you. As interesting as this story is, the minute that someone pulls a knife or aims a bolt at me, I'm out.
Here's an idea. Maybe then, what if, we got to him, and you were just able to open a door once we got there, so we didn't have to get out once we're in.
Is there someone aiming a bolt at me?
We could try our hardest for there not to be.
If there isn't, then maybe.
Alright.
And I'm going to put that at a firm maybe. But importantly, that relies on me knowing where you are. As we just discussed, if you're next to this man, I don't know where he is.
Sure. If could the, I mean, I don't know if everybody else agrees here, but the deal that we make here with telling you our story be that you bring us outside of Harry and Magi, and then if we happen to be in a situation where there's no things pointed at us and we're somewhere with this guy, and you can see where we are, you just open a door for us when we ask.
It depends entirely on how much danger you're in, but I can probably manage that. But that is a separate favor. That the first one is me taking you there. If you want me to pull you out, that's going to be something else. You're going to need to give me something else for that.
How about some information?
Depends on the information.
That makes it very tricky. You see, of course, to relay what the information is without, spoiling the surprise.
I'm aware, but I'm not going to get. But this is your problem to deal with. I'm not going to stick my neck out for nothing.
What if I told you information on the Warforged? You seem to have an interest in them, and he looks over towards Power Core.
What type of information?
Secret information?
Okay, you aren't. I need a taste. I need a taste before I can commit to it, my friend.
Bard will
I
quickly
know
walk over
where
to...
a Warforged is.
Okay, there we go.
There we go. Okay. Does it have an owner?
No.
Okay. Wait, is it active?
Yes. This is too easy.
You know what? Sure. I can give you guys an exit door on the assumption I can find you and you aren't in active danger. Out of Harry and Magi, if you can tell me where this Warforged is.
excuse me, did the genie mean that he wants the information once we're rescued, or
No,
like
he
to
wants
make
he
this
wants
agreement at all?
he wants
he'd
to
need
know
the
this information now to lock it in, because he's not gonna just like rescue you, then you guys say we don't know.
How about, just to make sure we don't give you this information and then never get into the situation that we were worried about, how about we generalize it just a tiny bit to one free call your name when you can see us and we're not in danger, and you bring us to your place. You get us out. So if it doesn't happen in Harry and Magi, later down the road we could do the same thing, as long as we're not in danger and you're not risking your neck for it.
This had better be some good information, because that's requiring me to keep my schedule very open.
I can assure you, it's well worth it.
So do we have a deal?
He holds out his hand. Fine.
All right. And Sonny goes to like shake his hand, and as he's like shaking his hand, he drops disguise self.
Oh, you motherfucker.
Series 0, number 1. Or Sonny to my friend.
You know what? You are a very clever bot. I'll grant you that. Alright. We have a deal. But I'm going to be careful with making trades with you all from now on. Clearly, you all are very proficient in legalese.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, right? Like,
you did hear that part of our tale.
if you
And now
really
he's like, a man lost in time, it makes sense.
that will be the name of our book, A Man Lost in Time. But if you think about it, like, we're kind of in, or I guess it's a partnership that we have. So in a way, we're all like a font of stories that you can collect, and who knows, like, if one of us dies, you could like that's a bit fucked up, never mind. But it's like
you're our buddies here for eternity.
You're like investing in future collections, because I guarantee if you stick around us, we will find some really cool shit, and we will probably be able to trade it with you.
On top of that, it's not like we were trying to rip you off with that or anything like that. Like, you wanted information and stories about Warforged, and this is the best possible source of that you could imagine. A living Warforged who's willing to talk to you.
Alright. Tomorrow morning, once this lad finishes telling me the story, I'll take you all either Glint or right outside Harry Magi, whichever one you all decide on. And then you have one free run into here for. He kind of glares at Sonny. You goddamn bot, goddamn you. Should have known.
We will discuss. Oh, sorry.
No, he just mutters under his breath like, God damn it! Every time there's something. There's always something.
We'll discuss amongst ourselves what we want to do. Maybe we can take like a little break and meet up for dinner. I need to go and like gather some stuff to cook.
That seems like a wonderful idea.
We are a grim group, guys.
Even Zeka's happy, but he does such dark things of bisect men consistently.
True.
Consistently.
It's probably related to childhood trauma.
Yeah,
currently
like all the
occurring.
childhood trauma.
This is his childhood.
I mean, like, the fact that he keeps on almost dying consistently and seeing other people? Yeah, I think that's true.
Jesus. In any case...
told us his childhood trauma.
In any case, Byron, you're going to have a point of exhaustion in the morning because you stayed up all night because Murray would not let you stop until you finished telling him everything.
And Ken would not let the quality of the story drop, so he powered through.
Yeah, like, you get a few waves, but you kind of get your second win as you go. The minute that you're done, you realize you are exhausted. But while you are still doing that, everyone else, you guys, did you want to discuss whether you wanted to go to Glint or straight to Harry and Magi?
With the little I know about this place, I feel going to Glint to maybe feel out the situation would be best.
Hey, DM,
Yes.
I was wondering if we did go to Glint, would I be able to successfully acquire paperwork from there? That's what I was thinking about doing regardless, but from there in order to smuggle everyone into the party. And could possibly smuggle in other items. Like, I've done it before, but
Yeah,
not
so Glint was the area you were planning on having the party go to. So one thing with that, you wouldn't have to smuggle everyone in. They don't, like, let nobody in the town, but, like, Artuk and Zeka would be people that you would maybe consider it for, just because, you know, they radiate magic, and if they would certainly be interrogated with alone, so that could go badly because they aren't exactly talky boys. And then magic items, that would be the other thing, which you guys don't have a whole lot of, but like Morak's Mirror Shield, your Tarot deck, Morak's Lucky Rock, the Bottle of Djinn, or Artuk's Gift from the Siren Matriarch. Like, there's a few that would be like, this would probably get us some weird looks.
Yeah, but also would we be able to just walk? We can't just walk around the city with them in there, though. Like, we'd have to...
No, if you smuggled them in, you would have to pick them up, but then, at any given moment, if a guy with a dog comes through, they're probably going to pick up, like, hey, Morak's got a magic shield and rock. There's a there's a genie bottle. Like, there's the inherent risk of that at any given moment, anytime you're carrying it.
Yeah. That's what
I mean, what else would we do with them? Just out of curiosity.
We could always store them all. Like, if Moraes allows us, we could always just store them in here.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna trust the genie that likes collecting magic items with our magic items.
It's better than dying.
We could just bury him in a hole.
Yeah, we could just leave them out here, out into the middle of the wilds, if that's what you prefer. We don't necessarily know if some random ruffian's going to come by and be like, oh, look at this upturned mound of dirt.
I think the core of this is just, do you guys want the magic items when you're in the city? Because some you don't necessarily need, like the tarot deck, the bottle of Djinn. Like, those two you can pretty reliably set aside, but your Mirror Shield Morak or your Lucky Rock, that's a different matter.
I don't have any magic items, so I don't care.
If you're...
You're just magic.
If I'm magic to begin with, then...
Correct.
Me and the Siren Matriarch's gift should be handled together. If we want to go through Glint to do that, that's worthwhile.
Well, we could also put on... If we don't have time on our side, though, so that's a problem. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean,
missiles purposes.
Oh, also the Heart of Chaos. You know, that thing is still on Byron. You see the Djinn watching you guys like, what the fuck are they up to?
We're testing something.
You guys could go, like, if the tavern has been transported already and we're, like, in the woods outside of...
Yeah, incidentally, you still need to decide where you are, but we'll...
Let's go to Ghent.
Yeah, we're definitely going to Ghent. I feel like we're like a day's walk journey from the woods outside of Ghent because we were concerned about just teleporting there. Yeah, so like if you guys want to do it outside, we totally could.
What if we do like half a day's journey?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I feel like that's still far enough, and that way we can maybe like, when we get there, we can find a tavern to sleep in for the night.
I think that would be great.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, so we'll just get everything gathered up, decide to go, and then
say goodbye
to the heart, and we'll be on our way.
Okay, wait. So are we? Sorry to interrupt. Are we just being like, all right, thanks, Murray. We'll probably see you again. Bye.
Byron, I don't think you'd have to eat it. I just think you have to push hard enough, and you'll fall into it.
See everyone. I'm sorry I don't know. You didn't tell me your name, but you were very pleasant. He's clearly gesturing to Ode.
Yeah, my name's Kenneth Smith, by the way.
You fucking...
Cool.
You can call me Z or Zed, depending on your region.
Ode kind of shrugs and she's like, all right, my name's Ode, and I hope that doesn't give you some horrible power over me. Bye.
It doesn't.
I love
Bye, Ode.
You can call me the Steel Panther.
And I'm actually Kenneth Smith.
Holy shit, two of you in
Fine,
one
I'm
group?
Byron Black.
God damn it! I'm both. Fuck. Never mind. Goodbye.
Leave.
Walk out.
He
Walk
kicks
out.
you all. He forces you all out the door, and you are just at like, you're near the town. You're over
That was
here
like-
then, in these woods
Perfect.
away, but near enough that you can get to town fast. But you guys, he kicks you out at this point.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you for the hospitality.
Thank you.
I'll come back with more stories.
He closes the door, and then he walks out, folds up the saloon doors, puts them in his pocket, and then fades into the bottle in a rush of smoke.